My mother was an artist, and I was always really enamored with what she was doing. She was like a magician. And of course, I couldn't paint, but I grew up with this love of art. And when I was about 16, I went with a group of students to Paris and walked into the Louvre. And I looked around and I said, okay, this is what I want to do. I am Adrienne Childs. I'm an art historian and curator. Riffs and Relations was a project that grew out of my interest in both African American art and European art. I taught for many years at the University of Maryland, and often in my classes, I talked to my students about how Black artists would look back at the history of art and respond to it, riff on it, etc. And so I thought one day, wouldn't it be great to see all these pieces in the room together? Susan Libby and I were both scholars who were interested in the image of Black figures in European art, and decided if this wasn't a topic that a lot of people were interested in, we were just going to take it on ourselves. And years later, when I went to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, what did I find but our catalog in the bookstore? And this is just by following your instincts, by partnering with people who want to work with you and taking your career in your own hands, rather than waiting for somebody to come and ask you to do something, especially since our dear Driskell is not here. It's a bittersweet time to think of all that he has meant to my career. When I wanted to start thinking about going back to get a PhD, I was a mother of two. So I thought, I don't know whether I'm going to do this or not. So I asked him, and he said, oh, come on to Maryland, it'll be fine. I had no idea how much work it would be, but I took his advice. It was one class at a time. Can I really do this? Is this really right for me? But I was really following a dream that I'd had since I was 16 years old. And here I am today. It's unbelievable.